So, I just want to let you folks know about some of the activities we have going on next week. Mondays and Wednesdays at 11:30, right before lunch, we have chair exercises. So come and join us for that. Very slow movement exercises that we do, stretching. And it's good to move around and get some exercise once in a while, so please join us for that. The other exercise group that we have coming up is a walking club. We are interested in forming a walking club here for the Senior Center. We have a meeting coming up on Wednesday, March 6th. It's next Wednesday from 1 to 3, and we want to explain what the walking club is all about. But briefly, what it is that we can raise money for the Senior Center through this walking club. It's through the Massachusetts Council on Aging. And then the folks that participate in this walking club have an opportunity to win a $50 Visa card. So not a bad deal. So come to the meeting next Wednesday from 1 to 3 to learn more information about that. Also, next week, Thursday, March 7th, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield coming in for an informational meeting from 10 to 11. And then we also have a tie-dye activity going on. Make a tie-dye shirt. Then that's from 1 to 3 o'clock. So bring a white t-shirt with you and you can make a tie-dye shirt. And what that's for is the following week is our Spirit Week. And there's all different things going on that week. So come and participate in that. I want to congratulate Bob Burbank. Is Bob here today?
Not yet.
No. So Bob is our March Spotlight candidate. So we congratulate him for that and thank him for participating in that. There's a write-up about Bob in the newsletter for March, and there's also information on the bulletin board.
He told me he'll try to get here at 12.
Oh, he's coming in at 12. Okay. All right. So we have, along with our police chief, Mark Montmany, we have our speaker, State Representative Mike Soter. So welcome. So Mike's going to be coming up after lunch is served to talk to us a little bit. But I do want to mention that Mike is offering to come to the center for office hours here. We're going to call it Coffee Break. And that's coming up on Monday, March 18th, and he'll be here from 9:30 to 11. So hopefully we'll have some future coffee breaks with Mike as well. All right. Did I miss anything, Sally? Lynn, did I miss anything? Okay, we're good. All right. All right, so let's do a brief moment of silence before lunch, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Lunch and Learn Day. Does anybody know what day today is? Okay, I walked into that one. You're right, it is March 1st. No, what I was thinking is everybody aware that today is official Dress in Blue Day?
No, I didn't know.
Yes, Dress in Blue for colorectal cancer awareness. So that is the reason I'm in my blue uniform today. And your state rep wore a blue tie. That's the reason. So the Dress in Blue Day concept started with the Colon Cancer Alliance in 2009. It was introduced to raise awareness of colon cancer, as well as to recognize the bravery of those suffering from the disease. And now it's nationally recognized. Colon Cancer Alliance hopes to encourage people to become more interested in the potentially fatal threat that is colon cancer. For example, by getting screened regularly and detecting the early signs of colon cancer. Screening every 2 to 3 years has the potential to reduce colon cancer deaths by 60%. In fact, colorectal cancer should be preventable altogether. Every year, more than 140,000 people are diagnosed with this highly preventable disease. They will join more than 1.4 million colorectal cancer patients and survivors living today. So we wear blue in their honor. Supporters can go blue any day in March with Dress in Blue Day officially observed on Friday, March 1st. So that's why we're in blue today instead of the black uniform. Jean's here in blue also, and so I just ask that everybody keep that in mind. Now, the reason that you're all here. House Representative, State Rep Mike Soter is here. He is the legislator who replaced Kevin Kuros, and he is currently the Ranking Minority Joint Committee Chair on Children and Families and Persons with Disabilities. He's on the Committee of Economic Development and Emerging Technologies. He's on the Committee of Public Health, and important to me, he's on the Committee on Municipalities and Regional Government. So without further ado, Mike Soter.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's really a pleasure to be here. I know we saw each other at Christmas time, and I wasn't quite sworn in yet. And now I'm in my official capacity, so it's wonderful to be here. And it's always an honor to come, and I always say that the best way for me to legislate is when I talk to seniors, and I always say that because seniors, and this is something I've always said since I've run political office, seniors have built the foundation that we all can build our future on. And you built the foundation. It's up to my generation to help continue building that foundation, and it's the younger generation, a lot of them that were here volunteering and serving you today, that has to complete that building and that life that we build for everybody in our communities. So it's great when I sit here and I talk to you folks, because the day-to-day life affects you more than most constituents, because you're retired, you're on a fixed income, and and some of you are facing some different things that we all need to focus on. I just want to kind of give you a brief where we are at the State House. We're coming up into the budget, and we have a lot of things that we're looking at. And I scratch my head, and I shouldn't do that too much because I don't have much here, but when times are good, it seems like government is having tougher times. I can't figure it out. And when times are bad, we seem to do better. And I sit there and I say, I don't know if it's because we're complacent or we have to try harder when times are bad to watch everything a little bit differently. It's an exciting time up there. There's a lot of energy up there. There's a lot of, I don't want to say fight, but a lot of concerns over education funding, a lot of concerns, obviously, the roads are in desperate need of repair. We have to start really working to focus in on works grants and things like that, that we gotta get into some of these small towns to really expand infrastructure, because infrastructure is important. The towns have grown, and more traffic on the roads and things like that, and those things have to be updated, and we have to really start concentrating on those things. I'm very excited about the committees I'm on. Economic growth is very important to me. Economic growth tying in with all of our towns is going to be vital and important, because those tax dollars come into your towns, and it also sparks that infrastructure repair work that we desperately need, because when a project comes in, we can tie a lot of those programs into infrastructure advancements, and I think you're seeing that with the Campanelli project that's going to be going in. You got a $1.7 million works grant that was awarded, and that's going to make a huge difference in infrastructure costs. That's not going to cost the taxpayers of Uxbridge the cost of doing those infrastructure projects. It's all going through that works grant. So those things are huge, and those works grants are also helping out throughout my entire district. We have another one in Bellingham and a couple in Blackstone. There was a bridge and whatnot that had to be fixed, and that didn't really fall on the taxpayers. So those are the types of things that I want to make sure that we bring back home to this district, so we don't put that emphasis on your tax bills. Other pieces of legislation and things like that I'm personally, I've co-sponsored over 300 and some odd bills. A lot of them are public safety, which are key and important. A lot of them are focusing in on certain education standards and things like that. So we're going to be hearing those, all the committee appointments, as the chief read. They're there. I'm excited about the committees I'm on, and for a new member, it's very rare to be a ranking member of a committee, minority member of a committee, which is good. And I'm going to be working close with the chair of Children's with Disabilities, Children's and Families with Disabilities. So, which is something near and dear to my heart. And I think that was one of the reasons why the minority leader chose me to be on that committee. The other one is obviously public safety, public health, which we're going to be dealing with a lot of issues that you folks are concerned with. And we're going to be addressing those issues. And the last one, obviously, municipalities. I think I know why I was chosen for that one, is because I was a selectman. So I understand some of those challenges and things that we need to focus on and focus on your needs. I want to make sure March 18th, even though it says coffee with me, I always supply great food, so we're going to have a little bit of food here. My office hours are not going to be very conventional. I want it to be a relaxed environment. I want you to have enough time to spend with me. These events are great, but everybody wants a little bit more time to go into detail what their problems are. They want a little bit more privacy. That's what that day is going to be about. That's what they're going to be about. We're going to try to do those as much as possible. I'm separating my senior office hours from my regular everyday office hours. I want to make sure you come into an environment where it's safe during the day, in the morning, where we can have some more time and focus in on those issues that you have. So it's very important for me that you show up to those. And you know, if I'm here alone by myself, I'm here alone by myself. That's fine. But I would encourage you to please come see me if there's issues and concerns that you have and things that you want us. And I know a lot of you have mentioned a few to me, and we're working on those, and we will continue to work on those. We have a lot of issues with Mass Health, the connector. I'm actually from here today. I'm going to a nursing home here in Uxbridge to visit them, because just Thursday I was in a conference and a meeting where long-term care is becoming a huge issue in the standard of long-term care. The biggest thing that came out of that meeting was that the federal government with Medicare is just gutting those budgets completely. And it scares the living Jesus out of me, because I look at that. They told me on Thursday they are still on 2007 operating budget. Now, if we all didn't adjust our way of life over the years, all of us would be bankrupt. And the thing of it is that scares me, because I'm saying the level of funding at that point is still at 2007, and we probably have increased 60% in costs just since 2007. And what's even scarier for me is that when we asked them, we said, well, if we can get you to at least 2010, would that help? And they're saying, no, that won't even help. My four towns have one of the highest senior populations out of most of this area, or the Senate district, is one of the highest senior populations. And it scares me because, one, we don't have enough long-term care facilities. We don't have enough housing facilities, because not everybody needs that long-term care. They just need affordable housing. Those are the things that we need to focus on, and it's scaring me because we're not focusing on the right housing issues. We're focusing on the big picture issues and offering more housing, and the governor has a great plan for that. The one piece I'm hoping that we can amend to that bill is more housing, affordable housing, to make it affordable for seniors to get into those and have more options for you. So those are the things that I'm going to be looking for moving forward with his housing plan. He announced it the other day. We're going to be looking forward to seeing that. We're going to go through that legislation. We're going to be debating that legislation, and I'm excited about debating that legislation. There's a lot of things that we need to address. But this nursing home long-term care issue is something that I am already focused in on it. Things like this sometimes keep me up at night because I try to think about ways that we can make things better and how we're going to make things better. And I have some ideas on how to do that, and I think there's ways that we can do it without raising taxes, making things even more strenuous on families. So those are all key issues that we're going to be focusing on, and I just want to say thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. It really is. Thank you so much. I'm going to still swing around. There's a few that I haven't shook hands with. I try to shake hands with everybody. But please come on March 18th. That's your day. And we're going to continue those. I'm going to try to set something up at least once a month to do that and make myself accessible. That was my promise to you when I ran, was to make myself extremely accessible so that you have my undivided attention to handle your needs. So I just want to say thank you very much. I look forward, and again, it is an honor and a blessing to be your state representative, and I want to thank you all for that. I appreciate it.